Hey everyone, I recently made a video, and you can kind of see it here if you go to the YouTube channel, where I show an adult throwing a kid down, and then afterwards having the kid apologize to a woman. Now, we don't know what the full story is, and I probably should research that, but I'm making another video because I have another point I want to make to all of this, because I got a lot of wacky comments. First and foremost, I had said in my video or in my comments that the violence was not acceptable, and for an adult to put their hands on a teenager, that's especially not their kids, it's just not acceptable. But no matter what I said, there was or is interpretation and comments made in a way that somehow I'm promoting this, which is not true at all. My point was really that parenting is becoming tough and tougher these days, meaning that when our child leaves our home, and I'm talking from personal experience here, I have a 13-year-old, that we have no control over them. And society has become to a point, or has gotten to a point where anything goes, and where you're allowed to do whatever you want, and there's no repercussions, there's no recourse. And when I was growing up, boy, you stole something out of a store or you mouthed off to somebody, you were dealt with. And I became, and I was, or is, a better person for that. But we don't have that right now. My point is that what I'm seeing is that adults are taking matters in their own hands, and that's happening in an increasing, it is increasing. I live in a really nice neighborhood, and I'm seeing teenagers taunting adults, cussing at them, throwing stuff at them, and not every single day, but I'm seeing it more often. And the adults are just kind of left bewildered because, like, oh my gosh, I can't touch a teenager. They're underage, and the teenagers know this. And I also live in a city where there's no repercussions. Although I think that there's a movement that's starting to change. This is starting to change, but. And so there is this escalation between the adults and the kids with this sort of behavior. And you'll see in the video that the adult just slams the kid and says, hey, look, you better apologize to this woman. And I think this is going to happen more and more. That's sort of my point is, unless we somehow don't get a handle on it. That is my point. My purpose of making this video is we have become also a society where we love taking things out of context. No matter how you clarify, no matter what you do or say, look, listen, that's not what I meant, is that we have wackos out there that will just take their own interpretation, no matter how many times you say it, and create their own contextual framework to a scenario, and then just can't get off it. And that's troubling as well, because how can you talk to a person that way? And for you or anyone to say, this is my contextual, this is the context on how I see it, even though you weren't the one creating the scenario or the story or whatever, you take that position and aren't willing to accept, perhaps an explanation or a conversation, then you're also part of the problem, which you'll see it in the media. You're seeing it in conversations, that no matter how the facts are presented to you, that you're just going to see them the way you want to see them. This is just horrible, a horrible direction we're going, because there used to be, hey, I'll just agree to disagree with you. That's what it used to be. Hey, you know what? We'll just agree to disagree. We can't even get there anymore. And if you can't get there, we are headed for a major conflict. Maybe not in our lifetime. I don't know. We'll see. But let's get it together, folks. When someone says, hey, I didn't mean that, I want to clarify that, then work on accepting that. I will do the same backwards. I will be the first to apologize and admit where I'm wrong, and I'll continue to do so. But you're getting to a place, my goodness, that however you believe is the only belief framework or system. We're all different. We see things, differently, and also at the same time, we're a wonderful species. God gave us, dominion over the planet. There's no other species out there that are superior to us. Of course, AI is now coming, but hope this helps in any sort of conversation. And God bless you, and amen.